In this video, we're going to be working on multiplying and dividing by tens, hundreds, and thousands. On the right hand side, you can see an example I wrote. It says multiplying. It has 58.72 times 10. If you're multiplying it only by 10, you're only moving it by 1. You're moving the decimal to your right only one time. If you're multiplying it by 100, you're moving it by 2 places, your decimal to your right. And for your thousand, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to move your decimal to the right, but instead of moving it 2 times, you're going to move it 3 times. Okay? And for dividing, it's going to be the opposite. Okay? For division, you're going to go ahead, when you're dividing by 100, you're going to move it to the left 2 times. And when you're dividing it by 1,000, you're going to move it to the left 3 times. Okay? So in this first examples, we're going to be working on multiplying by tens, hundreds, and thousands. Okay? So you can go ahead and see that here in the first problem, we have 6.53 times 10 to the 100. So if you look at the right side, we know we're multiplying by 100, so we're going to move the decimal point to the right 2 times. Okay? Another thing that you can memorize as well as how many numbers you have zeros here is how many times you move it to your right. So in your 100, we're going to move it 2 to your right. And then on here we have 1,000. We count the zeros. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to move it 3 times to the right. And then here we have 10 only. So we only have 1 0. So we're only going to move it to the right 1 time. And here we have hundreds. So we're going to count how many zeros. We have 1, 2 zeros. So we're going to go ahead and move it to the right from the decimal point 2 times. Here we have 1,000 and we have 1, 2, 3 zeros. So we're going to move our decimal point to the right 3 times. And then the last example we have is 10 only. So we're only going to have 1 0 here. So we're going to go ahead and just move it from your decimal point to your right only 1 time. Okay, so we're going to start with the first example. We have 6.53 times 100. And once again, we're going to move it by 2. So we're going to go ahead and say 6.53. And we're going to move it 2 times. So we're going to add 1, 2. So your answer is going to be 653 because you moved it to the right 2 times. Okay? And so on for the same thing. For the next one, we have 0.74. So that's 0.74. We're going to go ahead and move it 1, 2, 3 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So our answer is going to be 740. For a third example, we have 8.6 times 10. We only have 1 0. So we're only going to move it to the right 1 time. So we're going to go ahead and put 8.6. We move it to the right 1 time. It's going to give us 86. Right now, you can go ahead and pause the video. If you're still having problems on it, go back and review it. Watch the video a couple more times if you need more help or if you got it. Go ahead and pause the video right now and try to solve 4, 5, 6 on your own. Okay, for the next one, we go ahead and put 13 point. We're going to move it 2 times. So we're going to go 1, 2, 62. So we're going to move it 1, 2. So our answer is going to be 1,362. For the thousands, we're going to move it 3 times. So we have 0.13. And we're going to move it 3 times. So we got 1, 2, 3. So our answer is going to be 130. On our last example here is 29.7. And we have 1 0. So we're going to move it only 1 to the right. So our answer is going to be 297. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. On these next examples, we're going to be working on dividing by tens, hundreds, and thousands. Okay, back again to this right on the right side. You see that when we're dividing, if we're dividing by tens, we're going to move it to the left 1 time. If we're dividing by 100, we're going to move it to 2 places to the left, and if it's 1,000, we're moving 3 places to the left. Okay, same thing. If you have 1 0, you're only gonna be moving it 1 time to your left. If you have 2 zeros, you're gonna be moving it to the left 2 times. And if you have 1,000, you look how many zeros. You have 3 zeros. You know you're gonna be moving it to the left 3 times. Okay, so the 10th, 1 0, you're gonna move it to your left 1 time. You have 100, you have 2 zeros, we're going to be moving it to the left 2 times. And then the last one, we have 1,000, and we see we have 3 zeros, so we're going to go ahead and move it 1, 2, 3 times to your left. Okay, so here we move it only 1 time, so we only move it to the left 1 time here. So our answer is going to go ahead and be 3.875. Here we have 2. So we're going to move it, we start from the back, we start 1, 2. So we're going to go ahead and our answer is going to be 800.00, or you can just leave it as 800. Here we have 3, so we're going to move it 3 times, start from the back, 1, 2, 3. So our answer is going to go ahead and be 23.000, or just 23. If you go ahead, if you already got it and you think this is easy for you, just go ahead and pause the video and try to do the next 3 examples on your own, and then go back and see if you got the same answer. So here we have only 1 0, so we're only going to move it 1 time. Going to move it 1 time to your left, 1 time. So our answer is going to be 0.0248. Same thing here, you're going to have 2, so we're going to start in the back, 1, 2. Our answer is going to be 5.83. Here we have the 1,000 divided by 1,000, so we see we have 3. We're going to start in the back, 1, 2, 3. So our answer is going to be 13.783. If you don't forget that if you know somebody that needs help with this, go ahead and share the video with them. And thanks for watching.